Hi, I'd like to tell you a story from the Aztec tradition. It's called The Hungry Woman. Once, long ago, there was nothing but the sky, and there was nothing but water. Nothing else. There was no heaven and no earth. All there was water and sky. And all the gods lived up there in the sky, and they lived with one woman. And that one woman was always crying, "Ah, tengo hambre, tengo hambre, feed me, I'm so hungry." Because you see, her body had mouths all over it, whether mouths on her elbows and her arms and her hands, there were mouths on her face and her forehead, and mouths on her breasts and her buns, and mouths on her heels and knees and ankles, mouths opening and closing, opening and closing. "Ah, tengo hambre, feed me, I'm hungry." So pretty soon all the other gods got really tired of hearing that at night, so they went up to the other two head gods. They said, "Hey, you got to do something about this lady. She's driving us loco. We can't sleep. Can you tell her to shut up?" And so the two big head gods, they said, "Okay." And so they went down and picked her up, and they took her down to the water. They think that that would calm her for a while, because they searched around and around for food, but there was nothing there. So they thought she would at least shut up in the water. And it worked for a little while. Then, "Tengo hambre, I'm so hungry, tengo hambre. Well, she was still hungry, and still the guy said, "Hey, I thought you took care of that problem. She's yelling again, tell her to shut up." And so the two big chief gods, they went down, and one of them pulled her on her both arms, and the other one pulled her on her both legs, trying to move around. And they pulled her and ripped her in half. And they thought, "Oh God, now what are we going to do?" And so they took the top half of her body and they threw it up in the sky. And well, that became the heaven. And they took the bottom of her and threw it down, and it became the earth. Well, then her hair became all the forests. Her nose became the valleys. Her eyes became all the pools of lakes and the water and the ocean. Why, the caves became her mouths. Eating always. And you can still hear her if you listen really closely. In the wind, you can hear her. "Tengo hambre, I'm hungry, feed me. And that's the earth. It's always eating. Life feeds on life. But out of that death comes the creation. It's the Ouroboros, the snake, eating its own tail. And you might want to think about that creation story, whether it's any creation myth that's out there in the world about how the world began. Let's just not teach it as science, please. Let's keep it in the mythology department and realize that it's about us creating. What are we creating in the world? What are you bringing into the world? Your thoughts, what create the whole world. Lots of Hindu myths are filled with that. So think about that. What are your thoughts? Really watch your thoughts. Sit in meditation. Keep